Hi there, and welcome to the third S, Shine. I will show you how you can statistically analyze this. So we can start off with creating a list with the headings area, time, the value, and just notes in brackets, items found. From this I shall populate our area list. So we have a kitchen, we have the bathroom to be cleaned, we have the floors to be cleaned, the chairs to be cleaned, the ceiling to be cleaned, the tools to be cleaned, and our boxes to be cleaned. We shall now set an estimated time in minutes. So we say it takes 10 minutes to clean the kitchen, 10 minutes to clean the bathroom, 10 minutes to clean the floor, 10 minutes to clean the chairs, 20 minutes to clean the ceilings, 10 minutes to clean our tools, and 10 minutes to check all our boxes. I've made a little note here of the value of the stuff that we found. So in the kitchen, let's say we threw out a recycling bag, that'd be worth about £1. In the bathroom, we found nothing, only dust. Maybe we found 2 drill bits on the floor. Maybe on our chairs we found nothing but dust. And maybe we've seen a leak in the ceiling, so that'd be £100 for the plumber. Maybe we found 1 spanner, that would be about £1, and maybe 2 boxes were stained, so we write down 2. I write down the reasons for it. So as we said before, so it's due to recycling. Here we found nothing but dust. Here we found some drill bits. Here we found nothing but dust. We spotted a leak. We found 2 bolts that were inside the wrong toolboxes, and we found some stain on the boxes. From this list, we can now iterate and statically analyze to see what we should do. This can simply be drawn like this, having our area, our time, inserting a line chart, adding some legends, and from this we can select data to also add in one more legend series, and this one we can call value, and this would be the value for the amount of time we spent on each area. Enter. Okay, shall hit on OK. Okay, looking at the graph we've just created, we can now graphically analyze and see what is the best time to be spending on our cleaning. As you can see, there was a very tall peak at the ceiling when it came to our value, and a little bit of extra time that's been spent there. I'll show you how we can analyze this now. By clicking on the line you want to analyze, right clicking and selecting add trend line, display the equation on the chart. Once this is done, we can do the same for the orange line, right click, add a trend line, and display the equation on the chart. These equations are very important, so then move them to their correct places. This one being for the value, and this one being our time constant. If we set x to 0 in both of these equations, we'd have our y value. Our y value is our suggested maximum. So in this case, if x is 0, we can say that y equals 10. That means the best time to be spent cleaning would be 10 minutes. If we set x on our value line to 0, y would equal 0.4 or 42 pence or 43 pence depending on how you round it up. So for 10 minutes we're making about 43 pence. This can obviously change. What I'll do is I will adjust all these values just to explain how this all iterates. So let's say next week inside the kitchen we chucked out 5 recycling bags. Still took us 10 minutes. Our bathroom took us this time 5 minutes because we knew there was nothing there. And this time our ceiling has nothing at all. Now looking at our equations again. Sorry, I do apologize. With our top one being our time value, if x equals to 0 due to our second week's worth of results of cleaning, we can see that our best amount of time spent would be about 7.9 minutes, and the value of this that we'll be earning for those 7.9 minutes is about £2.70 a minute. This is how we can analyze to see how well our shine is doing based on how much the value or how much we actually saving through our shine techniques. There's also other ways of iterating this, but I think by looking at the trend line and just working out your Y peak will suggest next week's cleaning rota and to see how much you're actually saving. This can obviously be repeated as known before. We can move and copy it, create a copy. We can now create this as week 2's cleaning list, and we can continue this till we've gotten all 4 weeks cleaning list. This can then all be analyzed in a simple graph similar to this, calculating the trend lines and setting x's to 0, and this will give us our best time value compared to our best monetary value. I hope you enjoy watching how we shine statistically, and I hope this helps to make sure that you always stay on the shining motive. Stay tuned for the 4th S when we talk about standardizing.